Hey guys, it's Mr. J with more facts. Today, we're going to be talking about the winter solstice. The winter solstice, if you guys don't know, marks the first day of winter. It hasn't happened yet. You guys, even though it's very cold, that does not mean that winter has happened yet. Just because it's December does not mean winter is here yet. Winter actually starts on December 21st, and this is when the winter solstice happens. The winter solstice is basically the longest night of the year, but the shortest day. So there's not a lot of sun out, and that officially marks winter. So with this being said, to understand seasons and solstices, you have to understand the rotation of the Earth and the orbit of the Earth around the sun. So when I was about your guys' age, I used to think that the Earth orbited the sun like this. It was in a perfect circle and the sun was in the middle of it. However, I learned later on that it was actually like this. The Earth moves more in an oval shape, and the sun is more to a side. And these different Earths right here that are marked with an E, these represent seasons. Can you guys guess which one summer is? You guys might think that this one's summer because it is closer to the sun. However, this one would actually be winter in the northern half of the Earth, which we'll explain later. And then this one would be spring, this one would be summer, and this one would be fall. So let's get more into it. This is the Earth, okay? This little small ball. The northern half is represented by this green pipe cleaner, and the southern half by this pink pipe cleaner. And you can see that I marked a line to try to show that more. But yeah, so the thing about the Earth is that it's not straight. The Earth is actually at a tilt at 23.5 degrees. That is the tilt. And it rotates and it orbits. So the Earth rotates once a day, and that's how we get our days, because it orbits once. And it orbits very slowly throughout the year, and once it goes back to its spot, it has become a year. And now let's bring the sun into it. This is our sun, just this big round ball. It's not yellow. I would have made it yellow, but red's fine too. So we'll start with summer. So summer, let's say, let me move my hand in a more comfortable position. This is summer, okay? The northern hemisphere, the green pipe cleaner, is faced toward the sun, okay? And then slowly throughout the year, one rotation, two rotation, until fall. You guys can't see, so I'm going to lower this down, but let's pretend the sun's still there. So fall. See how the northern hemisphere did not move? So it went from here to here without moving itself. Now let's bring the sun back. And it's still rotating, and it's still rotating. And then winter solstice is about right here. As you guys can see, now the southern hemisphere is faced toward the sun. Alright, let's move that here. And the northern hemisphere is faced away from the sun. And that is why we have winter in the northern hemisphere during this time, because the northern hemisphere is faced away from the sun, which means that the northern hemisphere is not getting as much light. However, when we go over here, the northern hemisphere is getting a lot of light. You guys kind of get it? It's kind of confusing, so if you guys need any help, or if you guys want me to explain a little bit better, let me know in the comments. But this is a cool little activity you can do at home. It's a little confusing. I still get confused by it sometimes. But all you guys need is clay, preferably 2 different types of clay, and some pipe cleaners or whatever, just to mark the hemispheres, so you can learn more about it yourself. There's a lot of YouTube videos that'll help you explain the seasons and stuff like that. And Maybe next time I'll go into more depth about how all this works. But for now, this is just a brief explanation that the sun, or that the Earth orbits the sun, and during the winter solstice, the northern hemisphere is at its furthest from the sun, and that marks the first day of winter. I hope you guys learned something new. Like I said before, if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section. Alright, see you guys later.